All right, here we go. Fair or unfair, the 49ers should not, N-O-T, pay Brock Purdy big money.
All right, let's see where you're going with this.
If this was coming off of last year, right, and his numbers, and they got to the Super Bowl, they came back against the Lions, all that stuff, and timing is everything. We get it. We get it that there are injuries there, but this team went to a Super Bowl without Brock Purdy. And we just saw another big injury. Christian McCaffrey out 6 weeks. They got a losing record. Brock's numbers aren't awful or whatever, but they're down. And he hasn't been able to right the ship when everything's not in place, right, for you. We talked about this before. There was one point when Aaron Rodgers with the Packers and Devontae Adams. I remember the game very vividly. It might have been Rob G. Was that one of the years he won the MVP or no? Yeah, and I bring it up for this reason. They go into Arizona to the desert. The Cardinals are like 7-0, undefeated. He doesn't have Devontae Adams, and they go there and they win a game or whatever, and people look and go, that's one of those wins. And you just haven't had that. Brock Purdy doesn't feel the same to me. God, obviously, they're not winning. We know that they won before he got there, before he got in place, because of the system and all the other stuff. But I would pause. I would pause on Brock Purdy. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve to get paid, but cashed out, go to the teller's window, I don't think so if I'm the 49ers.
All right, so this is where my take on all sports, specifically baseball and football, specifically the quarterbacks, has been just because you're next up, I ain't paying you an absurd or an obscene amount of money just because. So if you're Dak Prescott getting 60 and the next one up is Brock Purdy, who I like, and I believe the 49ers have their guy for the next 7, 8, 10 years, but I ain't paying you 63 and a half just because I have to, because that's just the way this goes. I think the 49ers have their quarterback of the future. He's 24 years old. He's had, remember, he came in the second half of the first year back in 23. Balled out, looked very, very good. Balled out last year, was an MVP candidate, not an MVP, but an MVP candidate, gets you to the Super Bowl where you're up 10 and should have won, you could say. And then this year has just been, as you like to say, General Hospital. I mean, everybody in and out. It's been a triage unit. It's been MASH. Literally week to week. I don't know who's playing, who's not. Matter of fact, hour by hour, someone's questionable. Wait, they're going to play. Wait, no, he's out. And yet he's still been solid. Not good, not great. And I would want more from him. There's still some plays left to be desired. Yesterday was just crazy, obviously, with the snow blizzard and all that. And they look bad. They look bad.
Right.
As a team, they look like a California team in a New York snowstorm and just weren't ready. And I put a lot of that on Shanahan and just like, I don't know, getting them ready. But it was fluky.
It's hard, right? It's just hard to play in that, right? But it's more than just last night.
It's more than last night. But I have to pay him, Rob, because like I tell you, they don't grow on trees. There ain't 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL. There's maybe 20 or some are very good, right? You got your Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and so on and so forth. Then you got your middling. Then you got he's solid, I guess. The rest, you can replace him any day, like the other 10 to 12 quarterbacks. He's one of the top, 15, top 12, if you will. I got to have a guy like that. So I'm going to pay him. I agree. I ain't paying him, again, 65 just because he's next up. We do that every year. So what pitcher I got to pay now? I got to pay Juan Soto $600-700 million because he's next up. I don't like that in sports. I want to pay you what I believe is fair, what I believe you're worth, but I can't do that. So if they can find some middling ground, 5 years, $220 million, but I mean, he's worth 40-something, 50 because you start to look around. But I'm not going 60, 70 just because.
Yeah, I need a coupon in order to sign Brock Purdy right now because I'm not feeling good about the purchase. I just wouldn't be, and I don't care. I mean, like, you sit there and you go, well, look at what he's done. Well, you did do that with Jimmy Garoppolo too, right? Like, he's not this world beater, and you got to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. Actually, you had a 10-point lead, Rob G, in the fourth quarter, right, against the Chiefs. and didn't get it done, right? So it ain't like, oh, my God, without Brock Purdy, we're nothing or whatever. And I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve any money or whatever, but I would be hard-pressed, and especially coming off the heels of the Dak Prescott signing.
And the issue is,
like that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it because I have to, because you're next. I'm not doing that.
Because Dak hadn't done hadn't won many playoffs games, hadn't won an MVP. I mean, like, the money he got as the best, like, paid as the best player in the league just doesn't match up to the resume.
And I think Brock Purdy is smart enough. I'm sure his agent is smart enough to realize.
Dude, he's making $524,000. I mean, if I'm his agent, I don't want to hear nothing about a discount or anything else. I'm dead serious.
Right. What I'm saying is,
if I'm his agent,
no, we've done this, but also
he made $524.
To your point, my counter would be, if I'm the 49ers, you don't have 3 full years of getting busy. You have a year and a half, and then this year, middling. We want to pay you. We believe in you. We want to take care of you.
If you believe in me, pay me.
Then I am. Here's $50 million, $48 million, $50 million a year. Oh, he's going to get that now. That's just I'm not going exceeding the 57, 60, 61, 2. He's going to get that. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, you start looking up Kirk Cousins, who is a solid to good quarterback. Solid, good. He's good. He's making crazy money. $50 million or something for Kirk Cousins, 40-something million for Kirk Cousins, and he throws 4 interceptions. And again, he's a solid, good quarterback.
Yeah, but
if I'm Brock
had
Purdy,
to move around a couple times to get paid. You know what I mean?
No, he got paid. He's been paid twice.
No,
Kirk
but I'm saying, but he got to move around. He had to leave
from
Washington,
DC to
Minnesota, and then go to Atlanta. And I'm just saying.
But I'm saying, if you're his age, so like, there's a range of guys who Trevor Lawrence hasn't really done anything for the most part, and he's been solid to good.
They paid him off for that comeback in that playoff game.
So if I'm Brock Purdy's agent, I'm saying we're getting paid here, but I'm also realistic, saying you didn't have this 3 to 4 year run of just insanity, you know what I mean, where you're Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or Patrick. We're not that. So let's go get a big bag, but we're not getting the biggest bag. And I think NFL, they got to be smart and say, look, we'll give you a bunch of money, but we can't give you all the money. I can't give you the Brinks truck.
And here it is, 49ers with 9 starters currently on IR. Or not? What are they not expected to play? Right? Or on IR, out injured, entering next week. I mean, that's a lot. 9
and
starters.
That's what you kind of say. Look, man, I haven't had a full deck, a full roster yet. Cut me some slack. I'm doing the best. 13 touchdowns,
we'll cut
8 interceptions.
Cut us a slack too. Give us a hometown discount.
I will. We'll meet somewhere, but it starts with a high 4. Brock Purdy. Pay the man his money or not is the question. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
All right, let's get it kicked off with Michael in Texas. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Michael?
What's up, bro?
Guys, what's up? The new Odd Couple. I'm starting to get used to this new Big 2.
Yeah. Thank you, my man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you got it. Hey, so I'm a Cowboys fan. That's what happens when you're in Texas. But I'm praying they pay him 63 or so million. But the 49ers are in control of this. They're in the driver's seat. I think they're probably, if they want to give them high 30s, maybe 40 a year, that would suffice for Brock Purdy. But why even pay the dude? Like, Shanahan is a great quarterback-friendly coach. It's almost like a plug-and-play thing where almost anybody can get in that.
Well, that's it. You know what? Yeah. And, Michael, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. That's the issue, is that he's had success with other people. And you could use that as a bargaining chip to say, dude, it's all the pieces we put around you. But
who's out? Like, what do you do? I get that point, but just like, who's out there? You can't just. Jimmy Garoppolo had a heck of. If you look at his win percentage, he had a career. But
he hadn't played that much in New England when they went and got him. So there's somebody on some team that hadn't played a lot. You remember Jimmy Garoppolo?
I mean,
he got paid after like 16 starts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also that was that Tom Brady, Bill Belichick effect that they were believing in. Who got next?
Dennis in Omaha, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Omaha! Hey, I was saying, like y'all said, every starter don't deserve franchise money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some starters are just good starters.
I'm with you. Like, there's guys who are good. They're good. You want them to be a starter, but everybody's not elite. Everybody's not a top 5, 7 quarterback. So I don't know why people feel compelled to do it.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen. I like Brock Purdy. I do.
Thanks for the call.
I ain't paying you 60, 55, 60, $65 million just because I have to. No.
Sean in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Sean?
Yeah,
know my uncle from another mother, cousin Kelvin, and my brother's behind the board, man. Hopefully y'all had a great Black Friday.
Yeah,
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We know how you do, Rob.
No doubt. And Jonas Knox, you know you got to hit him up. Would he rip me on the radio show or something today?
What, he got at you?
You are a co-P, Rob. The one time you compliment Jonas on his outfit on NBC, then you got to throw in the dandruff comment. Had me rolling, man. I don't even live in LA, and I'm still laughing at that joke, man.
When he get this Head and Shoulders contract, don't be mad. You the one set him up for it.
That's right.
Hey, man, we gotta have Jonas on the show because I think between him and Kelvin, that comedy routine would be outstanding. And then you throw in Rob's dad jokes, game over. But on this topic, man, you are tripping, Rob. They need to sign this man, Brock Purdy. Look what happened last time they went to the draft, traded all those picks, and picked up an absolute bust. Jimmy Garoppolo can't stop throwing interceptions in the Super Bowl. They need this kid. He's not the problem this year. What they need to do is go ahead and sign him to that long contract. Let go of these other losers. Debo can't catch no touchdown passes, but he out here worried about his leather outfits pregame. You got IU who got signed.
Why you gotta be all on his leather outfit? If he wants to wear the leather, what is it, like Blade? Is he looking like Blade?
Man, I don't know.
And I don't know.
He's looking like Blade. That's what he looking like.
Hey, Sean.
And Sean, be careful, man. You know you want that check to be the MLB bro check to be late again.
Nah, Sean just calling it how he see it, bro.
Nah. Hey, I hear you, Sean.
Hey, I tell you what.
I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Nah, that's why I keep telling you, man. You got to have a quarterback.
Thanks for the call.
You know you ain't nothing without a quarterback. And so he's really good. He's not great. And there's not just guys floating around. There ain't even 32 starters. There's about 10 to 12, 15 guys lucky in this league.
Trucker Don in Boston. Here we go.
Dude.
Yes, sir. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving in Beantown. How are you?
Had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
This one's for the quarterback whisperer. Rob. Where did you turn from being an agent to a general manager? You used to, $500 million? Yeah, you got to pay the guy. I mean, he makes he is so good. I mean, they got Ayuk, who gets paid so much they have to call him Ioyuk. And
Ioyuk, very nice.
And you've got to pay Brock Purdy. I mean, he's done nothing to not deserve the paycheck.
I'm just saying he's not getting what the Dallas Cowboys made the mistake of paying Dak Prescott.
Agreed.
But that was a mistake, and I'm not doing it again. If I look at that and I'm the 49ers, I'm not saying don't sign him at all, but I need a coupon and a 2-for-1 and a free 5-piece of wings. No,
I ain't get. That's too much. I give you a little. We've been working together trying to build something discount. I ain't giving you all that. Because I know how your coupons are. You somehow have 75% off coupons. I'm not giving you all
those
that.
I use for date night. I'll have to hold on those for date night.
I got a coupon. Just don't tell the lady, please.
Right, please.
Keep that between you and I. Braylon Edwards in just a moment. Looking forward to having a conversation with him about some things. Right now, Steve DeSager, what's trending?
Steve!
Hello, gentlemen.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was okay. Enjoyed it.
Good.
You, of course, were here on the air and wholly devoted to the listeners and the
Trying to make me
only.
feel bad, Steve. For God forbid I want to be with my family.
Steve, you know what? Like, somebody has to hold the show together like glue.
You do know if you're not here, it'll be okay, right?
The Odd Couple, 7 years strong. People, they want to hear from us.
So what you're saying is you're Felix and not Oscar.
Well, I'm Oscar. He's Felix.
I don't know who these people are.
The Odd Couple.
I know that who we're talking about.
Get
I
to know
have the
the show.
DVD set, the Blu-ray set you left here the other day.
We do. Wait a minute. That's a Blu-ray? Are you kidding me?
I don't have Blu-ray.
I don't know. It's
expecting
something. What did you have here? You had a DVD set or something?
but it wasn't Blu-ray. It
I was
just
expecting a
regular
box of VHS
Some
tapes.
beta tape, something.
1974.
Yeah.
I had those from years ago, but then I did upgrade.
Somebody upgraded you. Braylon Edwards is joining the Odd Couple, former University of Michigan All-American wide receiver, Woodward Sports Network host. And I tell you what, Rob Parker, he might not remember because he was a star football player. He used to come to my parties, Ebony and Ivory, back in the day. You know, when I was at Eastern Michigan, we used to throw parties in Michigan and also Eastern Michigan. Braylon, you don't remember, but it was back in the day. He used to have you in there getting your jam on. What's up, Braylon?
What's up, Braylon?
Studio 4 with nickel. Come on, man.
Hey, what you know about Studio 4?
I'm true to this, man. I'm true to this. So, no, I appreciate it. Good talking to you. When I first tuned in, I didn't know what the hell I had jumped into. It's the blackest, it's the blackest this, I'm the blackest that. I said, wow.
Well, I'm just saying, but Ryan Day, that beard, what is that? It's like a trick beard. What is that?
Just like the rest of him, pathetic. That's what it is.
Yes.
Shots fired already.
Well, let's say this, and the bottom line, you could lose. He beat up on Michigan for a long time, okay? Let's call it what it is. But the tables have turned now, and this is the bad one, okay? Because Jim Harbaugh was there. This is the bad one because this isn't a good Michigan team. They came in there, right, and still were able to win. I mean, that's what makes this worse to me, not that Michigan has beaten them, because it was that one time they owned Michigan, Braylon. You know that.
Yeah, well, Ryan Day beat Michigan once. Urban Meyer was the one that was dumping on Jim Harbaugh beforehand. So when
Ryan Day.
Ryan Day beat him his first year. I remember that.
Yeah, and he's been 1-4.
Right, but then that's kind of what the tide turned. At the end of the day, as I look at this loss, I just looked at it from this point of view. You spent $20 million in the off season. You had all the talent. You had all this. You had all that. You had all the hype. You got the quarterback to come in from Kansas State. To have all that and know what Michigan is and think a thing of Michigan, what everybody said all year, and right to a lot of the year, to come in there in Columbus and put on that show to a team that was 6-5 and not on your caliber. Ryan Day, I think he lost his job, and everybody knows that. It was poor performance.
Yeah, he's on LinkedIn right now, updating his page. Braylon Edwards, our guest. Braylon, let me ask you this. Rob and I are going to have a longer conversation about this later in the show, but I got to ask you, you played in some big games, made huge plays, had big wins when you were at Michigan, and now everybody, we saw it all weekend long, planting the flag, and it's leading to fights, leading to a whole bunch of drama, and now fines for Michigan and Ohio State of $100,000 for the teams. What do you make on planting the flag now that you're older and more of a statesman and can look at it maybe differently? You still with it? You don't like it? You don't care? Or is it a big deal?
I think obviously this past Saturday has made it a big deal. Look, they've been doing it for a very long time. I remember when Baker did it, he wasn't the first to do it. When he did it at the Horseshoe, and then Ohio State did it in Norman, Oklahoma. They've been doing it for a while. I think in the more recent years, you're starting to see a sensitivity to it, and it really outbroke yesterday. Ohio State was just mad. But that happened it happened to Michigan twice this year. Texas put their flag in the middle of Ann Arbor. Oregon put their flag in the middle of Ann Arbor, and we didn't result to that. We didn't go out there and try to beat those guys up because we took the L at our field. There was nothing to be said. Ohio State, they took it a different way, and I think the onus is on them for it being home field advantage. If that would have happened in Ann Arbor, I would say the fault would be on Sharon Moore and Michigan. It's on it's on Ryan Day. You saw him just kind of standing there as all the ruckus, kind of played out. If the NCAA doesn't want to see it, just get rid of flags altogether. Take them off the sidelines. That's the only way, because this is going to continue until the NCAA or teams step in.
My question to you was, when was the last time you were pepper sprayed at a football game, Braylon? That's what I want to know.
I tell you, there's some weird people in Ohio. I'll just leave that there.
I mean, that was crazy. You don't see that often. Pepper spray the players.
The only times that I have been in areas or spaces where the pepper spray has come out, there has been guns on the floor. Somebody pulled the heat, and you need pepper sprays to break up some melee or some potential catastrophe, but criminal type of situation. Not on a football field as two teams, two rivals. We got to remember these are kids. And I think because of money, because of how we treat them now, it gets lost along the lines that these are 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that are full of testosterone, and it's a rivalry. That was ridiculous, to be honest.
But I will say this, and if somebody comes in and does that on your field, I'm not saying a fight, but I don't have to accept it. You know what I mean? Like that I'm not mad at Ohio State. I get that.
No,
but that's still.
I'm with you, right? A fight's going to happen,
right?
Or at least is likely to happen,
right? That's the same way. Like if it happened at Michigan and they did it twice and they accepted it, that's on Michigan. I would just be like, okay, I'm gonna pull it up, or we're gonna throw it to knock it over, or whatever. Like just to stand there and accept it. I couldn't accept it.
Here's my thought process. This is how my thought process was as a player and as a competitor. In the off season, my squad spent $20 million $20 million to not only beat Michigan and take care of that problem, just to put ourselves in prime position to win a national championship. We have all these 5 stars. Look at the 5 stars from Ohio State to Michigan, the 4 stars to the 5 stars. We have all this in place to beat this team, to put ourselves 2 or 1 in the country. We let them come to Columbus. The game is in Columbus this year. Everything is set up for us to step on this little bug of Michigan and not to score in the second half, not to have over 200 yards of offense.
No, it's crazy.
So if I'm a player on that team and Michigan does that to me, I don't have nothing to say to them. I have absolutely nothing to say to them.
Well, that's your problem for being rational, Braylon, out here making sense in the streets.
That is rational, but
right.
most people don't live like that.
No. Hey, I want to go jump
You're
to
not
the
gonna rub my face in it.
Hold up. Whoa, that was crazy work right there, Rob. I'm going to go to the NFL for a quick second with you. Now, me and Rob have arguments all the time because I say the Lions are not only the best team in the NFC, best team in the NFL, and I would, there's a couple of teams. The Chiefs have the right to say that. A couple other teams here or there. Maybe the Bills want to say they are. Where do you come out on the best team? Let's just keep it in the NFC. Eagles, Lions, what do you like from either of those teams, and who kind of is the king of the conference, if you will?
Best team in the NFL a couple weeks ago would have been the Detroit Lions, but the problem, these injuries are a real deal. They're 10 wins in a row, but look at the game against Chicago. They're not missing just pieces like Melifonwu, or Malcolm Rodriguez. You're missing Aiden Hutchinson. You're missing Davenport. You're missing Carlton Davis potentially. Like, you're missing Pro Bowlers. You're missing stars. You're missing 6 of your starting defensive players. I think that's going to start to cost them. So I think the Eagles and Lions are 1A, 1B.
No. You give us 1 or 2. No A's and B's. Who's number 1? The Eagles?
I think here's my answer.
No, we don't do A's and B's on the odd couple. Is what I'm saying. Okay.
Rob,
all right.
Here's my answer for you. These are going to be the 2 teams in the NFC title game. If it's in Philly, it's the Eagles. If it's in Detroit, it's the Lions.
That's fair.
But the Lions might not even win the division. Minnesota's right there, and so is Green Bay.
Why you keep saying they got 1 loss? Why let the team got 1 loss?
Braylon, with the injuries you're talking about, I'm just saying Minnesota hasn't gone away.
That's
right?
true.
Seriously.
No, they have not.
They have not gone away. They're only 1 game behind, and Green Bay is right there in striking distance, too, as the injuries mount up and the situation. I'm just saying, like, the schedule, look at the end of the schedule, Braylon. It's not an attractive schedule for the Lions.
Rob, I understand the scheduling. Look at what the Lions and Dan Campbell have done. It doesn't matter who's gotten injured. They found a way because it's next man up, and it's an identity thing. It's not a player thing. Until you knock the Lions off of this path that they're on, the answer for me is the Detroit Lions. Look what they did in Green Bay. Look what they did in Minnesota. Look what they do in the second half of games, offense and defense. They find a way to win the game, whether it's a blowout, whether it's a 2-time 10-point deficit comeback in Minnesota. They're finding ways to win the game. So yes, I'm going with the Lions.
Okay, so they're winning the Super Bowl. Is that what you're saying? No. Hold on. I want to just get you pinned down on this. Are the Lions winning the Super Bowl, Braylon? Yes or no? I don't want to hear no. Yes or no? Okay.
Yes. Answer is yes.
Okay, great. We got that tape, Rob G. I want to when we get Braylon back on when they get knocked out.
Don't worry about it, Braylon. He got the Ravens winning it all. You'll be okay. You'll be okay, Braylon.
The Lions are everywhere.
Thank you. Yes.
The Lions won again.
That's all right.
Some heat lines.
All right.
Lions won again. You know about it. Shout out to Chef Meat.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Braylon, bro.
Hey, I covered that team for 20 years. I know all about the Lions.
You'll be acting like you don't.
All right.
On paper, it would make sense. You'll be so happy. Man, they were terrible all these years. They're finally good. I'm happy for them.
I was wrong.
That's what it would feel like.